That hill, centre of the frame, is a little hill which is very well known and can be seen from many miles away around this area. And it's less than 4 miles away from where I live and where I am now. But the dog has never yet been there. She's nearly 2.5 years old. Well, she is 2.5 years old. So hopefully tomorrow morning we're going to fix that. The dog's now frightened of the cattle, which I didn't want to happen. But you can see that cows are very inquisitive, and with a dog this route is not a good idea. So we're going to have to find an alternative route. We can't get round that field, there's more cows either side. So we're going to backtrack. We're going to go all the way back, face that nipping horse, and we're going to get the vehicle. We're going to go out and go to the other side, a car park, the other side of that farm we were making for. Okay, well, Pony's still in the field, so we're going to have to run that gauntlet. And I don't know whether you can read that, but it says ponies in field, keep dogs on leads and pick poo up, keep to footpath at all times, don't feed or approach ponies, unpredictable, no bikes through field, pony may kick and this will be you who is liable as been warned, as this is private property for walking only. Thank you, have a nice day. So that's not very reassuring, is it? Right, so it's now 7 o'clock. Well, about 5 past. So we've been on the go for about 2.25 hours. So we got back and we're now going to go to plan B, which is truck to the other side of that farm. So I'll catch you at the other side. Right, so that farm is just the other side of that road. We're in, more or less in Pinchingthorpe now. And if I take you round, there it is behind us. So we can't go through this gate, we've got to go through into Pinchingthorpe and then we'll go up from there. But a little tiny delay, but we're almost there. Get down. Come on. St Oswald's Church and the King's Head, and we're just coming up to the path down this road a bit. So that's the Pay National Trust car park. I think it's about £2.80. We'll have a look anyway when we get back. And now we're on the path up to, there we go, first £4.80. First 2 hours £2.70, and then £4.80 for the day. Obviously you're going to want to be more than 2 hours, so that's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? Anyway, so now we've got ahead of us a very steep climb, very steep. And Roseberry Topping didn't always look like this. Used to be a bit bigger on top, but I think due to mining activities, because there's alum and there's ironstone in the area. So due to mining activities and the geological fault, I think half the top of it fell off. Now there could be sheep about. Now I know she's okay with sheep. She is a sheepdog, half sheepdog. But if there is sheep about, I'll still have to put her on the lead because it just doesn't look good. Now there are a couple of ways up there, and I've brought my breakfast with me. We're about, if I'd have been able to continue through those cattle, we would have been probably been on top by now. Probably been up there by now. But this is plan B, and we're still continuing, and the weather has improved. I'm drying out now, so that's good. I think we'll go to the top first. I think that's what we'll do first, and then I think we'll have breakfast after that. And do I go the direct route? Somebody up there. See somebody up there. It's probably that car in the car park. He's just below at the final push before the summit. It is quite spectacular, and although it's only 1,049 feet high, you're setting off from a very low elevation. So it is quite a steep climb. I wonder when them cobbles were laid down. They wouldn't be putting, well, I don't think they'd be putting cobbles like that down nowadays. It was private land before it came into the hands of the National Trust. Was it the Cresses? I think it was the Cresses. Now she's looking at cattle in that field. She's a bit disturbed by cattle now. She doesn't like cattle. She'll stay well clear of them. Right, I'll bring you back. So at the wood, I'll just show you this because we're on automatic and the filming won't be too good. So it's just the sign there. So there we've got a gate, well smoothed, with lots of use. And at the wood here we can either go right, which will take us to the folly, the shooting hut, or the stone shooting hut, or straight up. We're going straight up. Come on, morning. Well, it's definitely took some effort to put all these stones down. Now my legs aren't feeling too bad, and that's probably because I'm a postman and I spend a lot of my working life walking. And as it happens, one of the 2 walks I cover is quite hilly, so that'll be quite advantageous in this sort of activity, which is why, it's also why I don't come out walking miles and miles on my days off, because I'm walking miles and miles when I'm working. It's like a busman's holiday. Anyway, we're getting up to the face of it now. It looks so big when you're up there. It doesn't look quite so big. Anyway, the camera's getting wet. I'm getting wet. Look at these big slabs. Half of that face fell away some long time ago. I've abseiled off there. In fact, it's not as high as I remember. It's quite high up though. Look at that. You can almost see next to nothing. I can see the farm that thwarted us. I can see the field that the cattle are in. I can't see the cattle though. And we're just about 300 yards this side, parked this side, 300 yards about from that farm. So we've basically come the whole distance, but I'm going to have to find it. There is a better way. There's a way via Cross Keys, Pope, but that puts a little bit more mileage on it. Right, so there should be a good bit of rock climbing there. I've not rock climbed on it, but I have abseiled off it. Right, bilberries, so the bilberries out. Oh, there's a bilberry, look, green bilberries. Oh, there's a black one. Oh, 2 black ones. Oh, what a bonus, eh? I love bilberries, but they're right pain to pick. Right pain. If there was a lot of them, we could use the little tool we've got for picking them. There they are. Scabby little ones. I love bilberries. On a sunny day, I wouldn't be surprised to see our only poisonous snake up here, the adder. I have seen them a little bit further along the moor, North York moors. In fact, this would be a good. Do we go up the top? There's a, I wonder if you can see it from here. There's a stone. There, you can just see it. Just see it. Hang on, I'll get a bit higher. Get a bit higher. There's a stone building. I was going to have me breakfast there. I'll show you it. What it is, I don't think anybody's sure whether it was sort of just a folly or whether it was a shooting lodge for the Cressy. Well, not a lodge, but a little shelter. Down there, I don't know whether you can see it. Flat piece of grass. Little stone building on it. I'll zoom in. So that's it there. That's where I was going to get me dinner, my breakfast, cup of tea maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get up to the top then. No, there's, what's that? Is that Great Ayton over there? It must be Great Ayton. Zoom out a bit. Great Ayton over there. See all the fields, so we do still grow a bit of food for ourselves, the UK. A few fields all about, look. So we're still growing something for ourselves instead of importing all our food from abroad. quite a few fields, so it's looking good. Right, that's looking good. Good bit of abseil in there. Mind you, now it's National Trust land. I'm not sure how the National Trust will feel about that. They'll have all sorts of rules and regulations. What's she eating? Hey, that'll do. Probably rabbit droppings. Hey, now be careful. Come away from there. You're going over the edge. You won't recover from that fall. Right, so here we are on top of Roseberry Topping, where we can see the whole of Teesside in that direction. We've got Gisborough over there, we've got Huncliffe, we've got the North York Moors behind us, North York Moors there spread out. Now we've got Great Ayton, and behind Great Ayton we've got Stokesley. And bringing out of the wind a little bit, I hope. Jess, you be careful. Be careful. Just watch what you're doing. I don't want any dramas. There's a walker down there. There's that hut. And that farm there, down there, centre screen, that is Airy Home Farm. And Captain James Cook's parents used to farm that land. Captain James Cook, the navigator of the HM Bark Endeavour. Over there we've got Captain Cook Monument, that monolith sticking up. We haven't visited that either. I might get the train to Kildale one day and walk up there and then come to here and then go the easier but longer route home. So with that person we've just seen down there coming up, I don't know whether you can spot him, just coming up the path there. That's the third person we've seen up here. But at the moment we've got the summit to ourselves. I'm not going to go too close to the edge because I don't want to encourage the dog to go close to the edge. Jess, you come away from the edge. Come on, come here. Messing about. It's a long drop off there. So that's the trouble about abseiling, is your anchor points. And we won't think about that at the moment. Although it is a good opportunity to recce it, isn't it? I have done it before here, but that was a long time ago. I don't want to encourage the dog too close to the edge, because it's a very... Hey, stay there. Come away from the edge. Jess, come off there. It's a long way down there. You taking a tumble. Right. So I think we'll go down there and quick brew, and then we'll be on our way. We've accomplished the mission. Mission was to get the dog to the top of Roseberry Topping. Come here. Come here. Get a photograph of you. Stay there. Sit. 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 Good dog. Stay. Stay there. Stay there. Stay. It's on a rolling boil now, and once again any expedition shall be judged by its ability to make a cup of tea under all circumstances. I've made this tea in the wrong order, but it can't be helped. I like to put the hot water in first, dunk the tea bag for a bit, and then put the milk and the sugar in. But I got impatient and I put the milk and the sugar in while I was waiting for the water to boil. So we don't want it too strong. We've got a little bit of walking to do yet before we get back to the car, which is not in the National Trust car park, but is opposite that farm that we couldn't get to because of the cattle aggravating the dog. Right, so I'm going to leave it here then. It's been a successful mission, and I should say it clearly demonstrates why you should have a plan B. So we still accomplished the mission, although we met some difficulties along the way, and I'm really pleased that the dog has now been to the summit of Roseberry Topping, because she's 2.5 years old, and it's about time she'd been there. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bit hot.